Could you ever imagine doing like music for a movie, like a score, a proper one, or is that something where you would say, "I'm not trying to do that"?
I'm not trained to do that.
Okay, because that's like
It's really
a
difficult,
different approach
actually.
also.
Yeah.
Like there's,
Yeah.
I mean, Hans Zimmer is like one of the biggest examples for it.
Yeah.
It's amazing what he does.
It
but
is. Yeah.
I think you also need a team of like 30, 40 people to pull that off.
Probably. And
I mean, just for the recording and
Well, if you look
scoring.
at John Williams, who writes the music for Star Wars, I mean, he actually writes it.
Yes.
And then sets up the orchestra and records it.
Are you musically trained in that kind of degree, like writing notes, playing an instrument?
No, not at all.
So you're the self-taught EDM producer.
Yeah.
Like probably most out there.
Probably, yeah.
Because I think if you're classically trained, it might even make it harder to produce electronic music because it's more about the technical stuff and the sound, how it hits basically, instead of making something musically exciting.
Exactly. That's what I feel as well.
Because
I met a lot of people who can play piano brilliantly.
Yeah.
But to put it in a dance track,
no, it's too much.
Impossible for them.
Yeah.
But there are some exceptions, of course, and then it's really handy to have those people in your studio. It's like, I need a melody in this type of key, and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
They just put it down, and it takes me a bit longer. So,
because it's funny, also all of the people I work together with that do like top lines and writing aren't like nerdy musically skilled. Usually, they just figured it out by doing it.
Yeah.
And the ones that had like a classic training in music, there's no way to work with them.
Yeah.
It's like way too complicated what they do. And like at the end, electronic music and pop music is, musically speaking, melody-wise, very simple.
Yeah.
And it needs to be that simple.
Also, in the case of a top line, I'm never focused actually on the lyrics. I'm also only focused on the melody line.
Yes.
Which in the US is like you always listen to the lyrics.
Yeah. If you're a native speaker, probably.
Yeah, I don't.
Way more focused on that, because sometimes if you focus on the lyrics, it's nonsense.
True,
but it works.
Gucci bag, of Gucci gang. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever write anything, or if you have vocals in your songs, it's a top line that?
I mean, I've written like the small loops with my own voice, which I then altered and then put in a track.
But like sessions,
no,
that's not your cup of tea.
No.
Then it's so if you have vocals in your songs or work on them, you get them provided by someone else, or the client provides you the vocal.
Also happens, of course.
So that maybe someone comes with a top line and says, make a full song out of it.
Yeah. But there are a lot of people who are specialized in making top lines.
Yes.
So they have certain pools, and then every now and then they send you a link with the newest top lines. And
I do the same basically.
Yeah.
I either do a session, but then usually like 80% of the stuff we do in the session is not good enough.
Yeah.
Or doesn't fit my style, so it's a big waste of time. And like just getting a folder with 100 top lines.
Yeah.
And picking the one that might be yours is usually faster, and you know what you get.
I mean, it's easier.
It's not that much fun, and you're not so invested in the song.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But so I try to do both. But if I would just rely on sessions, I would probably run out of top lines very fast.
I did record a lot in the past, but I never had like good singers in the studio.
Yeah.
So I kind of got annoyed with it, and then people send you top lines. You think, this is instantly good right away. So
like, especially when I have girls in the studio and they sing and it's not bad, I feel so bad like telling them that it's bad that I sometimes keep on recording. And
I had people like crying behind the microphone while I was recording. It's like, I don't want to do that again.
No, it really hurts.
Yeah,
I know. That's funny. So last time we met was actually ADE.
True. Yeah.
Is there any special reason you go to ADE? Is there like just connecting with the people you know? Because it's not so far for you also.
It's not that far, but it's nice to connect with the people from the US.
Yes, right. They all
like
come
usually
over.
Once a year, especially when I lived in Aruba, a couple of times a year I went to the US. I saw my friends there, and now once a year they go to Amsterdam as well.
So you also have contact with the people you produce for more than just like the production. You become friends with them, hang out with
No,
them.
these are
or...
just actual friends who are
Okay.
working in the music industry.
Okay.
It's not so much.
So the people you go or co-produce for, you don't really hang out with them, or it depends on.
Sometimes, yeah.
Because some of them are really big, like really famous guys.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
They invite you backstage, maybe.
yeah, happens. Yeah.
Okay. But you're like, is any one of them in the DJ top 100? Is that something you could tell?
Probably, yeah.
Is it something that makes you proud, like having? Because it's also like acknowledging your work, because your work is part of that success. If you see one of them in the DJ Mag Top 100, you're like, yes, that's also partially my thing, or you don't care about that list?
Nah, I mean, it's a popularity list, so
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody's in there, he must be popular, right? So to some extent, it has value. But you know, I don't know. I'm very basic, down to earth.
Okay.
I don't idolize people at all. So yeah, it doesn't matter who you are. Just
It's the same
it's
for
the same.
you.
It's the same for me. Yeah, I don't get starstruck.
Okay.
Maybe if I sit in the studio with Calvin Harris, then, but otherwise, I don't see it happening.
So, what do you think about the DJ Top 100? Like, does it still have any value to anyone, or is it just like fake and
I don't know. They say it has value for
the booking
for bookings
Yes.
in especially Asia.
Yeah, in China.
I don't know if that's still a thing, but I can imagine it's.
I think if you're in there, you definitely get booked in China. And China is, let's be honest, right now the biggest market for
True. Good fees. Yeah.
for almost anything, but like especially like every DJ I follow on Instagram, China, 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 China.
Yeah.
Then back to Europe for 1 or 2 shows, maybe Vegas, and then back to China. It's like it's blowing up like crazy. Do you think that's the main market for electronic dance music for the next years?
Yeah, for the people who were like made a career in like 2011, 2017, yeah, that's gonna be Asia is a big market for them. Yeah.
Because it's also a little weird that everyone is now in China. Because I mean, you probably heard about.
I mean, it's a huge country. They have tons of clubs. They're setting up new festivals,
and they all
every day.
make a lot of like the country is getting richer and everyone gets more, so everyone is partying more. But like,
I also think that this same thing is maybe happening in the Middle East as well. Like,
but they're like they get control over the electronic dance music scene a little. Like like if every DJ wants to play there because they get the most fees, they might even change the music to make it fit a little bit more to the market over there.
Wow,
that might happen.
That should be the
or
case,
is already, because I see that with movies, more and more movies are geared towards China, because China then allows them to be played over there, and it's like a huge market.
Okay.
For example, the Tokyo Drift like was made for China. The Martian, there were like Chinese parts in it that made China look good, because then they only let like 30, 40 movies into the market every year that are foreign. And like half of the staff has to be Chinese, or they have to pay a lot. And some movies make as much money in China as they do all around the world except China.
Okay.
So it makes half of their income to get approved there. Also, this Matt Damon movie, The Wall, this Chinese wall thing, was also made like Chinese.
Oh, really? I haven't seen that one. No.
It's not that good, but it's like China's the best the entire time. Yeah. So I see that a little controversial, because it might influence the music actually. And I mean, you know about Zed, what happened to Zed?
Like, well, what I do know is that Asia look for music towards Europe and the United States.
Yes.
I sometimes like said, hey, why don't you put like Chinese music into an EDM song? But that's just not what they want.
I think they like the stuff over here.
Yes.
But I think it might happen that we start making stuff that makes them like it even more, you know?
Yeah, but I'm not sure if that will be appreciated. So
it could backfire, maybe.
It could backfire, yeah.
But like it might give them like more control, because they decide by the money they have who gets booked, and especially with this incident where he, what was it? He liked like a South Park episode that was a little against China, and he banned him. Like the entire country. He's not. I think they didn't ban him, but they told everyone that booked him to cancel the booking.
Stop booking him. Yeah.
So
crazy.
He doesn't get any gigs in China, and that's kind of, that's what I mean with giving control over the electronic dance music scene.
Yeah,
because I'm sure he lost a lot of money not playing 10 shows in China.
So you mean DJs are being censored in their social media?
Censored in their social media. I'm sure no one else will ever say anything against China again.
Yeah.
They
probably,
couldn't.
yeah.
I mean, you could, because you don't have to tour there.
Well, I might do a workshop over there. You never know.
But it's a little weird.
Yeah.
Like, and it was something so small, just liking something. He didn't even say something. So I'm pretty sure no one in the DJ Mag Top 100 or any other DJ that is heavily touring there will ever say anything. And that's it's kind of a little weird.
Yeah.
But that's the big new market. So let's get to the fun part.